Welcome to RealTVFilms.com. We have Johnny O'Hara, the writer from Fields of Fuel. Johnny, tell us a little bit about your movie.
It's a story about a guy named Josh Tickell who grew up in an area of Louisiana called Cancer Alley. There's 150 oil refiners right in this, one very concentrated area, and a lot of family members of his died of cancer, and he became sort of politicized by that. When he went to college, he was studying sustainable living. That was his degree. There are actually hippy-dippy degrees like that, And he's over in Germany working on an organic farm, and he saw that the tractors and the cars were running on rapeseed oil, that the farmer actually grew the fuel right there on the farm. And he thought, that's it, eureka, like I found, the magic elixir. When I bring this back to America and tell them about it, we'll start getting off oil, So he drove around the country. He had this big flower-painted motorhome, and he drove around the country for 2 years, proselytizing, this alternative fuel that he found, and got a lot of press, national attention, Today Show, all that. And he thought, wow, this is really going to change the world. And instead, not much happened. I mean, America fell in love with SUVs, and we started using more and more oil and getting less and less miles per gallon. And then 9/11 comes along, where we're attacked by basically a bunch of dudes from Saudi Arabia, where all the oil comes from. And shortly after that, we launch a war to a place where all the oil is. So it seemed like a good time for him to go out again and sort of relaunch that veggie van and go out on a mission in search of answers. And what he finds, a lot of it is very surprising. A lot of it is like just what you'd expect, like the usual suspects. But he also found answers, and that's the big difference between a film like Fields of Fuel and a film like Inconvenient Truth, or The 11th Hour, say. First of all, Leonardo DiCaprio is a lot better looking than Josh Tickell, but that doesn't matter. When you see in 11th Hour, it depresses you. You almost think, wow, we're like worse. It's like worse than I thought. What can I do about this? After you see Fields of Fuel, there's very specific things that you could do, just among your own circle of friends and your own community, to start making a change, for you to take responsibility, not wait for the government to make this change happen. There's a very important quote in the film by Gandhi, that when the people lead, the government will follow. And this is sort of like the film's an attempt to sort of start this grassroots, I don't want to say revolution, but people have said, this green revolution, that it has to happen, individual by individual and community by community.